What is up, you guys? Namakan here, pretty new my perspective as to what entertainment is bringing us. And today, I'll be talking about the 2004 Batman animated series, released in September 11th, 2004, which is a very unfortunate release date. But it proved to be a popular show, as it proved to be one of the most popular Saturday morning cartoons in the 2000s. While the 2004 Batman series did air on Cartoon Network, it is more synonymous with Kids WB, one of the biggest Saturday morning blocks at the time. The reason why it is more associated with Kids WB is that not only the show debuted there, but seasons 3 to 5 exclusively aired on that block. The show stars Reno Romano, Alistair Duncan, Kevin Michael Richardson, Tom Kenny, Steve Harris, and Ming-Na Wen. The show was developed by Michael Goguen and Dwayne Capizzi. So you all know how Batman works. His alter ego is Bruce Wayne. He's a billionaire, playboy, philanthropist. He lives in Gotham, a complete shithole of a city. And he has a secret lair known as the Batcave. And he doesn't really have superpowers. He uses his brains and gadgets to give himself the edge against his enemies. While its storytelling is nowhere near as deep as Batman the Animated Series, the 2004 series is still very enjoyable to watch. So the show focuses on its action sequences and the stylistic art style, which they did a great job on both fronts. The action scenes are engaging and the art style looks so good. Very 2000s, but in a good way. Batman's his adversaries in the show, and the one thing the thing that stands out to me, because the way they design are very cool in my eyes. The Joker, he got a redesign. He looks pretty cool. It's one of my favorite designs of him. Kevin Michael Richardson did a fantastic job voicing the Joker. He not only sounds like he was having a blast, but he can also sound very threatening. One of my favorite incarnations of the Joker. The Penguin doesn't look all that different from his previous counterparts. I believe the only difference from his other incarnations is that in the 2004 series, he's a lot more acrobatic, and he can actually put up a fight with Batman. Tom Kenny does a solid Penguin voice. Not my favorite Penguin voice, but solid enough. The one design that I recall divided some people was Mr. Freeze. I do recall people weren't a fan of how much of an edgelord Mr. Freeze seemed to look like, and how his design is made for toys. I mean, fair enough, I suppose. For me, this version of Mr. Freeze is great. What I also love about this show is the opening. Well, the first version specifically. I love the ominous and dark vibes the intro gives, and those guitars. Whew. They really set the mood for the show. That intro is done by The Edge from U2, which is crazy to me because he has a very distinct sound, and it's wild that it didn't register to me that those guitar licks were done by him. In season 4, they introduced Batgirl and Dick Grayson's Robin into the show, and there is a popular theory that the 2004 series is set in the same universe as Teen Titans. I mean, it could be plausible, but I do not know if I buy it. I'm not convinced. The last season of the show, we get to meet Superman, Hawkman, Green Lantern, The Flash, and Martian Manhunter. They also meet with supervillains from other superheroes such as Lex Luthor, Sinestro, Mercy Graves, and Metallo. Overall, the 2004 series is still a blast to watch. The show still holds up from a visual and storytelling standpoint. The animation is still fantastic, helping with the fact that designs of each character look great, along with the action sequences are so fun to watch. We also get some character development from a couple of characters too. I mean, like I said, it's not as deep as BTAS, but it's not like they are basic characters. People go through a lot here in the show, and I don't think they intended to replicate the success of BTAS. They wanted the show to be its own thing. Now, I would say the show is underrated, like people are saying. Honestly, no, not really. The people that grew up with the show, they're now adults. They're people like me. We grew up with the show. We know Kids WB. we will look back on the show very fondly, along with other DC shows and Kids WB show as well. This show was not only advertised a lot, there was also a lot of merchandise for it, to make sure people don't forget about the show. The 2004 series even had a movie named The Batman vs. Dracula. Now, I haven't seen the movie yet, but I did hear that it was a neat flick. If you want to watch the series, it's on Netflix. Or if you want to get it physically, you can get the whole entire series on Blu-ray. I think you could get it for around 30 or 40 bucks. It's pretty, that's a bargain if you ask me. Now, I mean, I have the complete series on Blu-ray. I would show it to you, but I have no idea where it is, honestly. But I do have it. So, yeah, please check it out. Yeah, if you are a DC or Batman fan and somehow have not watched this series, you owe it to yourself to watch it. Like I said, you can get the complete series on Blu-ray, or you can watch it on Netflix. Yeah, please go watch it. It's such a great show. It's one of my favorite DC shows, honestly. So, with that out of the way, for those of you that have watched the 2004 Batman series, did you like it? Did you hate it? Let me know in the comments down below. Make sure you subscribe to my channel if you haven't. And if you want to, you can also follow my Instagram, Backlog, and Letterboxd down in the description down below. This is Namicon. I'll see you next time.